Good morning, America, and welcome to the Quin and Sydney show.
We are going to discuss with you a serious medical condition.
It's called AIDS.
AIDS is caused by the HIV virus. It's very deadly.
Very. You have a special guest that does.
I have AIDS, so we decided to bring him out to inform all you wonderful viewers about AIDS. Here comes our special guest now.
JoJo Star.
Yay. Hello, JoJo. Join
Hey,
us.
Quinn.
Have a seat.
Welcome.
Hey, son.
Hello.
Hey.
It's nice to have you.
Thanks. Cool being here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Would you mind answering some questions for us?
Not at all.
All right.
Our first question is, how did you obtain this disease?
I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you, Quinn. I had a lot of sex.
You know, I appreciate the honesty.
Good. Can you estimate for us how many women has it been? And did you have
Women or
protection?
males? Any animals?
Well, I'm gonna let you know, Quinn. I don't have sex with guys,
Okay.
but
All right.
it's been about between 100 and 2,000.
That seems to be a lot. So these were all women, or do you not
Yes.
recall?
When I was in grad school, one of my homies at our frat, we had a pet monkey.
Oh.
And I remember I got dared, but by the time he got actually to it, I was roofied, so I didn't remember it
It
all.
sounds like you have been under the influence.
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about it. It's a sad part of my life because I don't really like to go back to that time.
Can you please explain to me the difference between HIV and AIDS?
Absolutely,
Thank you.
Quinn.
I get confused
Absolutely. So, HIV.
Mhm.
That's a virus. You can get it from blood. So say you're having sex, and you have obviously your semen, which is a blood because it's
a bodily
fluid.
Yes. Yes.
So it could carry the virus, and then when you're having sex, you put it in the girl,
And
then you spread it, and that's how that gets spread. And then if the girl has it from the guy, then when another guy has sex with her, he puts it in there again, and it gets back on there.
So HIV and AIDS aren't the same thing?
No, HIV is the beginning of AIDS. You don't have to, just because you have HIV doesn't mean you're going to have AIDS. HIV will start breaking down your T cells. And then when you get to a certain point, when your T cells are so low, that's when you contract AIDS. And AIDS is an autoimmune deficiency.
Oh, very big ones.
Yes. I have to be educated.
So,
I got it.
what are some of the symptoms you have?
A lot of the symptoms are flu-like. I got tested because I started to feel ill, and I figured after 2,000 women, it was probably about time that I tested it. You know what I mean? So I tested it, and whoop, there it is.
Okay,
AIDS.
very interesting. AIDS.
So how do you feel about having AIDS?
Good question.
I'm not happy I have it. I'm not happy about the choices I've made in life. But you have to go on. I can't undo it. I mean, I can get some help,
Yes.
but I can't undo my AIDS.
Are you doing anything to prevent it?
Or cure it? Is there a cure?
There is not a cure, but I am taking a cocktail of drugs, which is just a whole bunch of drugs together to help fight it.
Okay.
And it can't end AIDS, but it will help prolong my life, which is, I just hope I live a full life.
Because you do know many people die.
AIDS is deadly.
I'm well aware, Quinn said. I'm well aware, and it just scares me every day that today might be my last, but I just gotta keep trucking on.
Good for you. Good for you.
YOLO.
How many women do you think you've spread this disease to with all of your unprotected sexual intercourse?
Well, I'm 36 right now, and I've had sex with about probably 50 people since I've been diagnosed. I mean, I let them know after, but...
After?
So, do you still talk to any of the ladies you have had sex with?
Yes, there are a few, about 20 or so, that I keep in contact with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know if you have any children with them?
I do. The ones that I do keep in contact with, I do have children with.
Oh, and how many is that?
I have about 24 children.
Oh, and you keep in contact with all of them?
Yeah, I have a lot of my kids are the same age.
Do you buy them all Christmas presents?
See, that's the tough question, Quinn. There's so much, I had to give so much money to all their moms.
Oh, for child
So
support.
it costs me a lot of money throughout the year, so I figure
Gotcha.
Mama can do that.
Okay, well, we would just like to thank you for coming
Thanks.
or coming to the show.
Yes,
No
thank you for
problem.
informing our
Yes,
viewers
thank
about
you.
AIDS.
Thanks, JoJo
Thanks,
Star.
JoJo. Well, that was a wonderful show.
Yes, it was. Tune in next week for our next guest that will talk about his problem with chlamydia. Have
Thank
a good
you.
night.
Stay classy.
AIDS.
AIDS.
Joe, stop.
Woo! Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
6,000 times.
Well, Dad,
Are you
Joe, please join us. Have a seat.
welcome?
I can't do it. I can't find the off button.
I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything that shine ain't always gonna be gold. Hey, I'll be fine.